What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'll be showcasing the shiny hunting exploit for hunting the fire starters, grass starters, and water starters in Wild Zone 20. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate and support my work by becoming a channel member. And let's dive in. Now, to begin this process, you start at flying to Wild Zone 20, and we're going to be at this gate. And I'm going to start with the water starters here. So we got a couple spawns. You can see we have 2 Malamars, and then we have a Roserade. Now, this is actually from 3 different spawn points. There is a spawn radius right on this bench. You get 4 spawns. You also get, I think, 3 spawns right on the water, but touching the land here. And then we see that far-off Malamar. That is also going to be giving you 2 spawns. But it's going to be a Malamar and Dragon Pult. You don't really want that. I'm actually going to re-roll my spawns because that Malamar is going to, the alpha one, is going to mess me up here. So I'm just going to retry and see. So this is pretty good. So we're going to take this Malamar. Get his attention. And we need him to break his leash. Essentially, we're going to break his leash. He needs to chase us. Now, he has Side Shock, which is a little bit annoying. I'd much rather lure a Totodile or a Squirtle. Now, you cannot really lure a Dragalge well. And Gardevoir will run away, so you can't lure that. You can lure Roserade too, which is pretty good. So we're just going to keep on going this way. Unfortunately, I have triggered the Squirtle, which is going to make my life a little bit more annoying. But it's okay. The Squirtle de-aggroed, and I saved the moment I broke that Malamar's leash. Essentially, you know when your leash is broken, when the Pokemon that is chasing you, the alert status goes away, and he turns around. And do you want to save the moment on that turnaround? Because we have now moved the Malamar spawn point. And by moving the Malamar spawn point, we can now continue to take them over to this gate here. Now, I like taking them all the way to the gate. You don't have to do this, but you have to have the Pokemon move far enough away from their original spawn point for this method to work. So I'm just going to save my game here. And I'm just going to turn it off here and just reload it. I am going to put a pin right on top of him. It's a little bit, you know, it could be a little bit better of a pin. The point is, you have a pin on your Pokemon, and you're going to run between 60 and 70 meters away. You can go for exact 60. I'd like to go for like 64, 65. And then you're going to save and reload. There should be a Malamar here, and if we did everything right, there should still be a Malamar. All right, there's still a Malamar here. Perfect. And now our goal is to bring the Malamar with us and double check on the spawns. So we don't really care about those true Dragalges, like they're irrelevant. But we care about where we took the Malamar originally, if there's another Pokemon right there. Pokemon, if we faint, we mess it up. Okay, there is a Roserade. There is a Roserade. So the big thing here is we need to bring the Malamar to at least its original spawn point, or at least close to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just roll away, roll away. I cannot save my game. Save my game. I have now saved my game, and now I'm going to reload my game. So the Malamar is still over there, and I'm just going to sit on this bench right here, and we did everything correct. That means the Malamar is going to be disappearing from there, but we're going to have 2 spawns in front of this bench. So we should have a total of 4 spawns with the 2 in the bench and then the 2 that are in the water usually. So yes, we did it correctly. We have 2 on the bench, and we have this Squirtle is the water spawn, and then the Malamar is also a water spawn. So now we have a total of 4 spawns that we can be doing this method for. And if you want to change it back today, you can just hit the bench again. And just to lock it in for sure, save your game. Save your game to make sure it's all locked in, and then you're going to be good to go. And then we're going to repeat this process 2 more times because we want to be able to fill up this bench to having 4 spawns total. So I want to show off that you can bring the Pokemon to the middle of the wall, save your game, close your game, reload your game, leave the gate, and the Pokemon will still be right here. So you don't have to bring them to the gate to do the reset, because sometimes the gate isn't just really convenient for the Pokemon. So we're going to be going about 65 again, and we're going to do the same thing. We save our game, and then we're going to reload. Now, the good thing about this is it is easier to bring the Pokemon back to its original location because it's technically closer to its original location. The only downside is I feel like there's a higher failure rate for this because you do got to take the Pokemon away a certain amount of meters. I don't know the exact amount, maybe like 70 meters away from their original spawn point. So we do have the Pokemon, which is great. And now we're going to double check we did it right with the Squirtle. If we did it right with the Squirtle, there is going to be 2 spawns around the bench. 2 spawns around the bench. So let's see. I see 2 spawns around the bench, so we did it correctly. So we need to bring this Squirtle back to its original spawn point. And it's a little bit easier because it's not right on the gate. All right, we got a Malamar here. I'm just going to save my game. Reload my game here. And then I am going to sit on the bench to lock it in. But now this Squirtle is pretty much within the exact same location of where it originally spawned. So the Squirtle is going to still live there. You're still going to have these other 2 spawns, as you can see right here. And now we're going to sit on the bench. And now we should be getting 3 spawns near our bench. And then we just have to do 1 more, and then we'll have the whole bench filled up. So let's see if it worked out. It should work out. 1, 2, 3. Correct, correct, correct. And I did it 1 more time. You can see I have my full spawn set up at 4. However, you are still getting these spawns over here. But the thing is, the starters also spawn in this little spawn zone here. And we do have a Totodile. So I'm going to try to make another spawn, but just in this particular pool area right here. All right, roll. All right, de-aggroed. Save, reload. Honestly, I'm going to bring them all the way to the gate because I don't think we are far enough away from the original spawn. So I'm just going to put them far to the gate. And then we're going to save, reload. I realized this Totodile is actually not far enough. I tried it. It's not far enough. So I just reloaded my save. And we're going to keep on moving him down. We're just going to move him down until his leash breaks again. All right, so I broke his leash. And this time, I'm just going to run outside to the wild area and just pull him from there. All right, so we ran down here. He's going to run back to his spot in a moment. And this is going to give us, all right, he's going to be somewhere around here. All right, so Totodile's right here. Perfect. A little bit further. Perfect. So now we're going to do this again. We're going to run about 65 meters over here. Perfect. Save, reload. And if we did it right, Totodile should still be there. We can double check from here. He is. And now we're going to double check the spawn. And hopefully there is a Pokemon that has taken over Totodile's spawn, and that means we did a successful dupe. T1. Well, I think that's the other spawn. Yep, we got a successful dupe. There's a Malamar there. So we need to bring him back. He's a little bit far away. I'm not going to trust myself that the game thinks it's close enough. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save, reload it again, and then I'm going to bring him right back to his original spawn point. We're just going to drag, 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 drag. Save our game. That took a minute, but the Totodile should be close enough to its original spawn point. I'm going to sit at the bench. This should reset all the spawns within our area, and now we should be getting in a second spawn on that spot that is next to the bench, but not right on top of the bench. And let's see if we did it correctly. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 7. And with these spawns, you can now just bench reset and AFK shiny hunt along with the Pokemon in the middle. Now, you could get one more Pokemon spawning here on the left. I'm personally not going to do it, but you have essentially 6 spawns where you can get Squirtle and Totodile spawning in. And you can see I have 2 Squirtles. You can have 2 Totodiles as well at the same time. I just don't. And you can also get those 3 alphas in the middle from this spot. Next up is the grass spawner. So we have 2 different grass spawners. We have the Roserade that's right in front of us, which is close to the water spawns, and then the Roserade to our right. Now you can also get Bulbasaur and Chikorita and Gardevoir by doing this too. Each one of these spawners hold 4 Pokemon, so you can have 4 on the left, 4 on the right. There is no fly reset for this, so you're going to be using a bench method. I'm just going to grab this first Roserade. I do think the Roserades on the Pokemon on the left are a little bit more valuable because some of them can be reached by that bench over there. So what we need to do is make sure that we have pulled this Roserade 50 meters away from his original spawn, but also we want to pull it in a way where we can save our game too. And of course, you cannot do this with Gardevoir. You can only do a Roserade, Chikorita, and Bulbasaur. Chikorita is very annoying to do this with. I actually prefer Roserade in general because he seems to run better. Okay, so... Ooh. Oh my god, I'm in the middle of my roll. Okay, it's fine. Can't save in the middle of a roll. So save, reload your game. This distance to where it spawns and to where the gate is just not really 50 meters for the most part. So you actually want to probably take it a little bit past the gate here. All right, come on. So essentially, we're going to just set up a new save point. And we can't obviously save because we're in the middle of combat, but I can go out here. So he's like right at the door here. He's right there, right? I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. That's pretty much the very edge that you sort of want to get your Pokemon because you want to be 50 meters away from the spawner. All right, so we got a good pin on the Roserade. And once again, we're going to be moving about 65 meters away, the usual magic number 65. Or you can say 64, you like Nintendo 64, but I just prefer 65 here. And then we're going to save, reload the game once again, and hopefully the Roserade is there. But more importantly, is there a new spawn where the Roserade was? If there is a new spawn, that means we did this successfully again. And I see a Bulbasaur where we took the Roserade because remember, we took the Roserade from the left. So the Roserade has been successfully duped. We are now going to be getting 2 spawns right here. And of course, keep notice, all our water spawns are still there. We have not lost a single water spawn. Okay, save, reload. So it's definitely within the grass spawn area. But you can lure it a little bit further and then hit the bench. That's what we're going to go do is I'll probably get his attention, run over to the guaranteed grass bench. Because then I know for sure it's good. And you might as well. It's already right next to you, right? You can also talk to the bench from the back, which is pretty convenient. And now we should be seeing 2 grass spawns to our left. It could be Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Roserade, and Gardevoir as a mix on the left. So we should be seeing 2 of those spawns. I see a Bulbasaur. And I see a Roserade. So we did it perfectly. So we're going to continue that. I've now filled up my left side with 4 spawns, and I got 2 spawns on my right side. Now, something that's very important, because I was recording this, the Gardevoirs will run away and flee from you, so I actually managed to lose some spawns on my left side, trying to lure some Pokemon on the right side down the left side. So it might be better not to take the Pokemon on the right side to the left, and instead just take them north. Maybe all the way over here, so you don't lose some of the Gardevoir spawns, because... yeah, I lost some spawns because of that. So just keep that in mind. But I'm happy with what I got here. Just keep going till you're happy, but you can have 4 as I just showed off here. You can also have 4 here as well. Now, the last but certainly not least, the hardest one to set up is going to be the fire type starters. Now, you're going to get 2 spawns in this area. There is no bench, and we are going to try to get this Lucario's attention, and we're going to try to bring him. Now, I will say Charmander and the Hippo are the easiest to lure. These guys are annoying. Tepig is the most annoying. Lucario is second most annoying to buy his attention. He just is what it is. So once again, we are going to grab his attention. He's just gonna keep spamming Swords Dance, and essentially we want to break his leash like all the other Pokemon. Come on. All right, we broke his leash. Now we are going to reset this. All right. Take him to the gate. Save and reload my game. So we should be far enough with this Lucario. And then we are going to move out. Put a pin on him. And then we're going to go out 65 meters like usual. And I'm running right into a building. That's great. 65 meters. 66 is fine. Save, reload. Then we're going to go into the zone. We're going to notice if we have a Lucario here or not. We still do. And we're going to see if we got 2 spawns. So we got a Hippo. We got another Lucario, which is perfect. I'm going to save my game. I am going to reload my game. And because Lucario is close enough to its original spawn point, because it's still pretty much in the essential same area, we are just going to go fly to Wild Zone 20, and then we're going to run back over to the location. And we should have 3 spawns here. 1 Charmander, 1 Hippo, and we got a 3rd Hippo. So we have 3 spawns now. We are going to continue the spawn point over here. We have a couple more we can fill on this side, and then there's a couple on the other side we can fill into. We already got a Hippo, so we're just going to go grab this Hippo and do the exact same thing we just did with that Lucario with this Hippo. I did that method 3 times because there is a total of 4 Pokemon spawns that can spawn on this side of the area. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So we filled up all the spawns on this side. And now there are 3 spawn spots on this side. So we're going to try to fill up these 3. The 7th spawn is very hard to do, but we do have a Hippo here. So I'm going to go get the Hippo's attention on this side. And then we are going to do this method twice here to get the 3 spots filled up and ready to go. And for this one, I'm going to move them on the north side here. And we're going to make a hard save, and then we're going to reload. We're going to just try to take them all the way to this gate over here. And he's in a pretty good distance away from us, so I'm just going to go out of the gate here. And I'm just going to walk up to his spawn, and then I'm going to go 65 away from him, so we can line this up like sort of right here. That's pretty perfect. And we're gonna go 65 out, save and reload our game, and hopefully he is still there when we come back, and we can get his spawn duplicated so we can get a 6th spawn in the fire zone. The Hippo's still there. I know, it scared me for a second. I was like, man, I definitely checked. We're gonna cut through here. And all right, so we're going to see if we have an additional spawn on the close side. All right, we got 1 spawn. We got 1 spawn. So now I need to actually successfully bring the Hippo back. Come on. Come on, Hippo. Save our game. Reload. And now we got our Hippo over here. Run at us. We can confirm we have a Charmander spawn. So now we just need to get de-aggroed from this Hippo. Just run away. We have ran away. I'm just going to fly to Wild Zone 20. And this should give us 2 spawns on this side. So we're going to cut through here again and hopefully get ourselves our additional spawn point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're at 6 fire spawns. And now we just got to do this one more time to max out the zone. And we got our 7th one set up. So how to actually shiny hunt this, because there is no bench methods. You can't AFK this. Is you're just going to run across this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're just going to run through this, and then essentially you're going to go de-aggro. You can go de-aggro just by running through the gate here and then just flying right back to Wild Zone 20. Do not pick the plaza. If you pick the plaza, you will lose some spawns. Do not pick the plaza. you will lose some spawn. And it's nighttime. We're just gonna go double check our spawns again, because sometimes it does go down to 6, and I'm not sure why. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still at 7. If you do happen to lose a spawn, you can go back to your last hard save before you lost that spawn. So I feel good. I saw 7 right there. I can just make a hard save. And then I am going to fly to Wild Zone 20. And then we're just going to keep on doing this, because every time we fly, we reset all the Pokemon. And if you do have your water area set up like I am, I'm also resetting for all of these Pokemon to potentially be shiny. I got 2 grass starters potentially over there. I got 5 or 6 water spawns that are still left. I think I actually lost a water spawn while doing this method. Maybe because of all the flying I'm doing, I might have lost one. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fire starters. And once again, run through the area. You also are checking on the Pokemon in the center too. So if you got any of those alpha shiny, well, you can, you know, shiny hunt like that. So this is going to be probably the best way to shiny hunt all the starters at once and the 6 alphas, is just flying to Wild Zone 20, getting your 8 checks or 9 checks in the middle here, running across this bridge here, hopefully checking on your 6 or 7 fire spawns. And it should be 2 Teppigs, 2 Charmanders pretty much every time for the most part. Checking on your alphas to the right. And then that's how you're going to be shiny hunting. And I do want to give a big shout out to Papa Hefe. Absolutely inspired me on doing my Chespin and Onix video. And I just want to cover all the exploits on the channel too. So we got the starters done. I got a couple other ones I want to cover on the channel. I want to explore more exploits, because I think exploring the exploits in a Pokemon game is really fun. And I did get myself a shiny alpha Charmander. So this was well worth it. Hopefully you can be as lucky as me when you're doing this method. But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And hey, support my work, become a channel member. Super Chat will be live streaming soon as well. And I catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.